And we're live. And I think the audio listeners will see that we got a new table.
New table.
Welcome back to Summer Boys, baby.
Dude, welcome. Epi 10.
We are back for episode 10.
Epi 10 of the potty.
Actually recording the week of for the first time in 4 weeks? 3 weeks? 3?
We recorded 3 episodes in a week.
Yeah. 3 episodes, 3 days. Put them out over the course of the last 3 weeks, and now we're back live, dude.
Back live.
It feels good.
I'm happy.
It feels like we're actually doing something, because I would like uploading the podcast, but it didn't feel like we had done anything, which was weird because we were like, to the audience, nothing had changed.
Yeah.
But that's super cool, but I'm glad to be back. And we got a surprise. Episode 10 coming at you with that video pod, dude.
The video pod.
We're out here.
What up?
We're out here. Yeah, dude. Freaking, I'm stoked to have a video. I think I would definitely like to watch a podcast more than listen to it sometimes.
Yeah,
because I'm not always in the car.
Dude, I'm a visual boy. I like to see what's up.
Not only is he a summer boy, he's a visual boy.
I'm a visual summer boy.
You
and
see
so
us-
I'm like, even when I'm telling stories and crap, I like to get really whatever
Mhm.
and like kind of charade stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's felt kind of weird on the past 9 episodes because there's been times where I'm telling a story and I'm trying to like show the size of something or the way a thing is. And I'm like, oh, no one can see me.
Yeah. I
I only have my voice. But now
We out
I got it all.
Yeah, there's been several times where I love doing a couple of bits, and there's like hand motions associated with them, and I've done them only for you, and then I laugh really hard, and no one really knows why I'm laughing hard, but it was because I did a hand motion.
Exactly.
But dude, glad to be back.
Dude, it's good to be here.
You were gone for 3 weeks. I didn't see you. We talked on the
Yeah.
phone a handful of times. But you got back yesterday. How was it? How was your trip? What'd you do?
Dude, it was good. Went down to the Florida Keys with the family. Brought the fiance.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, super good time. Chilled. Due to, poor weather and some boat issues, didn't get out on the boat as much as would be ideal.
Yeah.
But had a good time with the folks and, enjoyed ourselves. So, yeah, it was good. And then just spent a week back home in Florida chilling.
How's the fam?
Dude, they're good, man. It's nice that we don't see each other as often anymore these days. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, I got back with, like, one of my sisters. I was like, dude, I hadn't seen her since, like, around New Year's. And I was like, that's kind of weird because
Wow.
when you're younger, you just see them a lot.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. But, yeah, dude, good times. Good to be out of Florida, kind of,
Yeah.
as a state.
Yeah.
It was growing on me. I was like, I am getting a good tan. I'm having fun. And then I was out at dinner and I saw a guy wearing like a Nike Pro Combat Compression undershirt.
Yeah.
Underneath an RVCA graphic t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I was glad to get out of Florida after that.
Yeah. It's tough because I like Florida. There's things to do, but generally I hate the state of Florida.
The nature's great, except the bugs.
Yeah. I originally started hating Florida because of the toll booths. I went to Orlando once on a road trip, and there's just too many of them, man. And, like, they slow you down.
Yeah.
They slow you down is the main thing. You also have to pay money.
Yeah,
And we were in high school. Like, we just wanted to get there.
Yeah, they took a lot of my money on this trip.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Dude, speaking of Florida, though, real quick, before we get into anything else, I did want to amend something I said on the last podcast. And this is unprompted. No one said anything. I just listened to it back after like 3 weeks, and I was like, oh, man. I just want to say that if you love Disney, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I wanted to say. I was going to go into it a little bit more. I think my main problem, and it boils down to this, is I think I expected Disney to be a vacation, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like, and I think that's why a lot of people get mad. But dude, if you get over that and then you enjoy it, more power to you.
Yeah.
Especially if you're an adult, actually. And let me clarify this. If you're an adult and you get over the fact that Disney is not a vacation, and then you're just going to enjoy it, dude, that's where it's at.
Good word. Yeah, it's not relaxing.
It's not relaxing whatsoever. And I remembered this. I said that rides are boring, and then I remembered the Buzz Lightyear ride, and that was fun.
Yeah.
Where you shoot aliens.
That's a good one, dude.
Okay, so I take back almost everything I said on the last podcast about Disney, and we learned that they're called Disney adults.
Yeah. Radical Disney followers.
That is like their God-given name is Disney adult, which I'm still going to laugh at because that's a hilarious name.
That's funny.
But if you're a Disney adult, all good, dude.
Do you want to apologize to the people?
Really let me look you dead in the lens, people. What are... I don't even know. Never mind. If you're a Disney adult, all good.
It's okay.
That felt really real, having to look at them.
Yeah. Just being like,
I'm talking to you.
my bad.
I'm talking to you. But anyway, it's going to take some getting used to being on camera here.
Yeah.
Usually I'm behind the camera, but all good.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all I had to say about that. Realized we went a little hard.
Little hard. I meant what I said, but maybe I could have said it more lovingly.
For sure. Yeah, that was my whole idea, is just I felt like I was negative love. Hate.
Okay.
I felt like I was hating on people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, conviction ended.
Word.
Disney adults suck.
How have you been, dude? What have you been up to in my absence?
Dude, I've been good. Mainly working full time, which has been great. For those that don't know, I work at a marketing firm doing photo video, so it's great. Other than that, dude, in my free time, paddleboarding. You guys know if you've been listening. Got a paddleboard. Been doing that, dude. This weekend I went to Oak Mountain State Park, and they have like a pretty big lake. And I was out there for like 3 hours. Bronzing, boarding.
Dude.
Looking at blue herons.
Nice.
Fish. Dude, fish were like jumping out of the water.
Ah.
It was awesome.
Let's go.
There were a couple other paddleboarders out there. I said, what up? It was great. So I've been doing that. I have been reading a lot more. I'm trying to figure out my afternoon routine because I have my morning routine down. But my afternoon routine has been lacking. Once I get home from work, I'm like, what do I do? For like the first 2-3 weeks, I was just like getting in bed, like just like watching TV. And I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
So it's helped having the paddleboard because if it's sunny, 9 times out of 10, I'll go paddleboard if it's sunny. So I'll do that and then come home and either eat or read. And if I don't eat or read, I read or eat. Do you understand?
I shook my head for the people listening.
Oh yeah, we'll have to do that now.
Yeah.
And it's not a bit anymore. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, freaking good. Hung out with some friends I hadn't seen in a while. But yeah, I am glad you're back.
Dude, it's good to be here.
So we can hang out and live together again and do this.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Dude, what was the craziest thing that happened on your trip? You got anything?
Dude, it wasn't nothing that like wild happened. I'm trying to think. My mom said a thing that was kind of concerning.
Oh.
Uh, not like whatever. Story time, I guess. So my sister lives in Alaska, is dating a guy who lives in Alaska and is from Alaska. So my sister was down in the Keys with us, and her boyfriend Miles was up in Alaska, so they were like FaceTiming. And my sister was telling us like, yeah, my sister's name is Catherine. I said her boyfriend's name, so I feel like I have to say her name.
Yeah.
Catherine was like, yeah, Miles, like, there was a baby bear outside of his house or wherever he lives that was, like, scream because it lost its mom.
Oh.
It was up screaming for, like, 3 hours, the
Whoa.
bear, and, like, couldn't find its mom.
Yeah.
Which is the saddest thing
It's
ever.
so sad, dude.
Super sad.
I'll cry.
Yeah, people would just be like, that is really sad. And they were like, no one could do anything. Like the bear, like a baby bear.
Was it like kind of close to the house?
Yeah, so it was kind of close, yeah. It was enough to like keep him awake.
Wow.
Like he was loud.
And it's just screaming.
Screaming because it lost its mom.
What does a bear sound like screaming? I've never
I
heard
don't know.
Weird.
Is that one of the sadder things you've heard in life?
Oh, it's very sad. No.
So, my mom is like, let me remember what she said exactly. She was like, wait, so why didn't he just shoot it? She was like, don't you just shoot it in that situation?
Oh.
And then we were like, Mom,
Oh.
it's a baby bear.
Oh my. Well,
And
first
she's
of all,
like-
you can't shoot bears.
Yeah,
Period. That's against the law.
yeah. And she was like, well, is it like dangerous to you? And she didn't realize it was like a baby little cub.
Yeah.
But just to hear the saddest story ever where you like...
Oh man.
Because animals can make me really feel things.
Yeah.
And then my mom being like, could he just shoot it?
Oh man, dude, that is bad.
Was-
That's like, yo, old Yeller's being really annoying right now. I think he like, I don't know why he's so hyper. Oh, why don't you just shoot him?
Isn't that kind of...
That's what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, he had
I mean,
rabies.
rabies, but...
I was trying to relate it more to not him having rabies.
Yeah, just he's being
So it's a
little
normal
rambunctious.
dog,
Like
as
a-
in it's a normal bear.
Or like a puppy.
A puppy. A puppy is being annoying, squeaking its toy all night long.
Yeah.
And your mom was like, why don't you just shoot the dog? Put him down like a dog in the street. Literally, not figuratively. I'm not going to put you down like a dog in the street.
Yeah. So that
That's
was...
so funny. I mean, not. It's sad and bad.
It was... Yeah. There's two sides to that.
It's
'Cause
tough.
One, super don't, like, respect the animals. We respect the animals,
We
for
respect.
sure.
Respect the animal.
And, yeah.
That's tough.
Summer Boys does not stand by that statement. About the bear... My mom...
Oh, it's thundering. We
Thunder.
got curtains closed because, one, it's lightninging.
Yep.
And two, you can see the camera and light in the window. But
Yeah.
all good. If you heard that, it's thundering.
Thundering. Anyway.
Is it lightninging? What is it? Lightning? Ing? Did I add?
Lightning... I don't think it like...
Does it? It is.
I don't think it can be lightninging. I think there can just be lightning.
There is lightning going on.
But is lightning... Can it be going on, or can there just be lightning?
But lightning is the word. So, like, if it's happening, is it then lightninging? Or is lightning already the suffix ing? As in currently happening?
I think lightning is only a noun.
That's what I'm saying. So you would have to add the suffix ing for it to be currently happening.
You can't add... But you add ing to a verb. Like, I think it's a noun.
But then what do you say?
There's lightning?
But what if you want to say it is lightning ing?
I don't think you say that.
Then there is lightning? Is that what you think?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's just a noun. I could be wrong.
I guess. Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's a noun.
Yeah.
That's what you said. I
Yeah.
just wasn't tracking. Okay. That makes sense. There is lightning
Yeah, I don't know.
happening. There is lightning happening, or there is lightning, and it is thundering.
I think it can be thundering.
Yeah.
I don't think it can be lightninging.
Thunder is also a noun, but can be a verb. Lightning cannot be a verb. Is that what you're
Maybe
saying?
not. That's what I think, and I could be wrong.
Either way, there is lightning and it is thundering.
Yeah,
And it is lightninging.
sure. Anyway, what were we? We want bears to live.
Mm-hmm.
Is if you could take one thing out of this episode, that's the thing.
First and foremost, we
love
want bears to live.
Bears are honestly dope.
I love bears.
Love them.
I follow a subreddit on Reddit. Called Bears Being Humans, and it's like bears just like looking like they're doing human things, and it's incredible.
I get on that grind with gorillas, dude.
Oh really?
I love watching like gorillas and monkeys being like superhuman.
I haven't watched it a bunch, but every once in a while like I'll come across a video of them doing that, and it's also very entertaining.
Dude, I love it.
But there's like so many bear videos of them just like doing human stuff.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, they're fun.
Dude,
Right.
and that is a perfect subway segue into us talking about what we watched last night.
Yeah.
And that being the Disney movie The Country Bears.
The Country Bears.
If you haven't seen it or don't know what we're talking about, one, you might know what we're talking about because I didn't and then I did. Two,
It's a lost memory for a lot of people.
it was a
yeah.
dead memory.
Oh yeah.
Long suppressed.
Yeah.
You might... Oh, two, I guess my second point was you need to look it up. Absolute must watch. So The Country Bears... Why don't you start us off, because you watched it and then told me we must watch it.
Yeah. I'm gonna set this mug down as quietly as possible.
Okay? Nice.
Not great, but okay.
We'll work on it.
So The Country Bears. Basically, it's a live-action movie, and it takes place in a world where humans and like humanoid bears
Yeah.
all kind of just live together.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Talking bears that they stand on two legs.
Yeah.
They
Wear clothes.
talk, they wear clothes, they interact with humans daily
Yeah.
in the normal world. And
No one acknowledges, like, that's just normal in that universe.
it's so normal that the main character, Barry, of course,
Yeah.
he's an adopted bear in a human family, and it's so... Wait, would that make it not normal? His parents don't acknowledge that he's adopted, but he knows something's different about him.
Yeah, dude, I want to definitely dive into
Okay,
this.
let's dive into this, because first of all, so Tim texted me the other day, and he was like, dude, we gotta watch The Country Bears. It's the trippiest Disney movie of all time. So weird. And I was like, never heard of it. All good, let's watch it. Dude, because this is the least important part of this, because now we gotta dive into the actual movie. But I had no clue what we were about to watch. And then, dude, as soon as it started, I remembered all of it. I had watched it so much as a kid, which was insane. So I hope you feel the same, because this movie is amazing. Okay, based on the family not acknowledging that he was adopted. I think that they were like the only family that didn't really get that bears were normal in their universe, because they denied that he was adopted, but then there were bears in the crowd at the end, just amongst people. And every time that anyone talked to the country bears, there was no mention of them being bears.
No,
Never
no
a
one
mention.
acknowledged
Aside from
bears.
Barry and his family, there was no mention
Yeah.
of them being bears. First of all, let's take it back a second.
Yeah.
Let's rewind. The Country Bears are a band of bears, a musical band of bears that sing country songs, country rock, and they used to be super famous. Everyone loved them, went on tour, sold out arenas. The whole plot of the movie is that they're old and washed up, and they're Country Music Hall of Fame, the Bear Music Hall of Fame, is about to be demolished. But they don't want that to happen, so they try to get the band back together. They go all across the country finding the different bears to raise money for a benefit concert to keep the Bear Music Hall of Fame open.
Yeah.
Right? Is that it?
That's pretty good. Yeah, Hall of Fame. I mean, it's like, yeah, they're
Or-
where they would always do their concerts.
Concert hall.
Yeah, concert hall.
Concert hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the entire movie.
Yeah. So
Christopher Walken's in it.
Yeah.
He's like the villain.
Yeah, which I wanna dive into that more. But I want to rewind to Barry, the main character, real quick.
Okay.
So he's a child bear.
He's in 4th grade.
Huge Country Bears fan.
Massive.
And adopted by humans. And it's crazy. Like in the beginning of the movie, he's like in his room, goes downstairs to breakfast. It hasn't shown his family yet on camera.
Yeah.
And he's just like, Mom? Am I adopted?
That's the first thing he said.
Dude, yeah, that was it. That's how they kick off breakfast.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, good morning, how do you sleep, whatever. Just, Mom, am I adopted?
Actually, let's rewind yet again. We keep skipping the most important parts. This was made in 2002.
Yeah.
Okay? Very important. Computer graphics imaging, CGI, was barely a thing.
Yeah.
Right? Disney decided that these bears were going to be real.
Yeah.
These bears, people, we're talking about bear suits, people in suits, but then the heads are animatronic. And
Yeah.
dude, they look like the facial expressions look real as frick.
They look real and so creepy.
So creepy, and it's so real looking that it looks like current CGI.
Yeah.
It's whack.
It's a very strange movie to watch.
Fun fact, you told me they had a budget of $33 million
Yeah.
for this bear country music song
Yeah.
movie. All of it
Yeah.
went to Christopher Walken, Willie Nelson, Elton John,
Elton John, yeah.
and then mainly the bear animatronic heads.
Yeah.
And there were probably 7 of them, 8,
Yeah.
7 or 8 of them.
Yeah. And the movie made 17 million?
I'm
So,
telling you, dude.
It only
if-
made it to 50%. It did not make a profit at all.
I promise this. Mark my words. If TikTok gets a hold of this movie, it will become a cult classic instantly. Like, it
Yeah.
has that potential. It
Yeah.
is great. It is a great movie.
I had fun.
It's so fun. It's really funny. It's very cheesy, and the jokes are cheesy, and it's for kids for sure. But we laughed the whole time.
Yeah. Can we get back to Barry, though?
Let's get back to Barry. So now that you understand that it's a animatronic bear, now picture this, and they're big. They're like life-size bears, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe even bigger sometimes.
Yeah.
But now that you understand that, imagine that going into a kitchen breakfast table with a human family, and he says,
Mom, am I adopted?
ah!
And then his parents are like, no, of course not, whatever.
What do you mean?
And
How
then-
could you think that?
Yeah, they're like, why would you think that? He's like, I just feel different.
My eyes are
sometimes
different color. I think he said my eyes are different colors.
than my brother, yeah.
And my brother has freckles.
Yeah. He didn't say, oh, I'm a bear, and you guys aren't bears, I noticed, and I'm
Oh,
a
I
bear.
realized that I'm a bear and that you're not a bear, actually.
Yeah. And dude, one of the funniest things to me about it is that, like, his brother, the whole movie, like, and in the beginning is like the whole time his parents are talking, he's like, what, like, he's a bear.
Yeah.
He doesn't quite say it, but he's like, do you guys realize how
Yeah.
insane you all are right now?
Yeah. Because
And
what
then-
happens is Barry runs off to join the country bears, and his parents put out a search, lost child search, like an Amber Alert.
Yeah.
And the cops come, they're interviewing him, they ask for photos. They don't acknowledge he's a bear.
No.
They're just like, oh, he's a bright looking young fourth grader.
Yeah.
And then, so, yeah, Dexter, the brother.
Yeah.
Of course, his name's Dexter, first of all, because he's a douche also.
Yep.
Gotta name him Dexter. He's the only one. He's very
Yeah.
self-aware. He's like us in the movie. If a person from the real world were to be placed in the movie, he's
Exactly.
us. He's the only one that realizes what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah. And it was weird because you go on in the movie and you think, like, at some point surely his parents are going to have a heart-to-heart and be like, yeah, you're adopted, you're a bear, but we love you, and, you know, some kids are adopted and that's the way life works.
Yeah, you would think that'd be the moral of the story.
They never address him being adopted. They never address any of that.
No closure.
And if anything, dude, at the end of the movie, Dexter's talking to a guy in the crowd at the concert because Barry's up there shredding the guitar
Absolutely
as
ripping.
an animatronic bear.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Who's that? Who's that bear?" And Dexter, the brother, who's like us and gets that Barry's a bear, is like, "That's no bear. That's my brother."
Yeah.
So essentially, rather than them dealing with the fact that this bear is a bear that's adopted by humans, the one person who was recognizing the situation and viewing it realistically just hopped into the delusion with everyone and was like, we're not going to deal with this issue. We're just going to act like nothing's wrong and this is my human brother almost.
I just had a revelation.
Yeah.
I think I get it. I think I get why he said, that's no bear, that's my brother. I think the moral of the story is not accept bears for being bears. I think it's more a commentary on, like, everybody's the same, everybody people.
Dude, a little bit.
Everybody love.
A
Everybody
little
needs
bit.
some.
But everybody a little different too, and I think you
Oh, for
recognize
sure.
the differences and appreciate them.
And maybe that's also a part of it. But when you said that's no bear, that's my brother, it kind of made me think maybe that's trying to tell people that everybody people.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
saying everyone's the same, just everybody people.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's a logic line. I'm not just saying everybody.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think I get it, but also it's just weird to me that, like, just how much family issues were left unaddressed in that family.
Yeah,
And
that
then-
is weird. They should have been like, you're adopted, but we still love you because everybody people.
Yeah. And, like, you're our son still, but you are adopted.
I would love it.
Instead, I think all that happened was the brother who didn't.
That was the whole resolution of the movie. It was he just said that.
The
That was it.
resolution of the movie was the brother was down to also pretend
Yeah.
that Barry was not
Dude, and it was
adopted, which
only
is-
because he proved that he could play guitar. It was only because, like, Barry brought him something to the table.
Yeah.
Because before he had nothing to offer the brother. He was just a lame bear adopted brother, probably taking attention away from him. He was jealous because his parents were giving Barry more attention. But dude, as soon as he was cool, Dexter was like, "That's my brother."
Yeah.
As soon as he was cool.
Yeah. So a lot of bad messages there.
Yeah, mixed messaging for sure.
And then, so those are some bad messages. Also, in that movie, like, Barry ran away from home and it's running from the cops with these weird bears. And there's literally a scene where the bus that they're on, they're just driving that thing and running away from the police.
Yeah, it's a cop chase.
Yeah. And I was like, what message is that to kids? Like, run away from home. If any cops try to find you because you ran away from home, run away from them.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. You gotta run.
Yeah. And get on this bus with random bears, but guys.
Can I just say this also? The country bears themselves had to have been like 60-year-olds. So he's running away with a bunch of 60-year-olds.
Yeah.
And they're telling him, we got to run from the cops because you're with us now.
Yeah. It'd be a pretty weird movie if they were humans. If they were humans, they wouldn't have gotten away with that movie. You got this. A nice quiet mug placement. Wouldn't have got away with that. Weird message to me. Just very like, kids, you should all run away from home and follow your dreams despite being in 4th grade. Don't run away from home, dude. If you're a child listening to this, do not run away from home.
Dude, did you ever
If you run away from home...
Oh, man.
Or you are lost, the police are going to help you.
Yeah.
Talk to those guys.
You don't want to run away with a bunch of 60-year-old bears. Or people.
Don't do that.
Probably especially people. If you find yourself in a bus with 60-year-old bears... Alright, go ahead and run. Yeah. But if it's people... No.
Like, think about it like this. If you're a child who really likes a band that split up, don't go get the band back together. Don't get on a bus with a bunch of old guys. No. Don't do it. Anyway, the other thing...
Wait, real quick. Did you ever want to run away as a kid? Or did you ever, like, hear about it and were like, oh, that just sounds like a thing that every kid does?
I always fantasized running away.
Dude, it was so... I don't know if it... I don't think it was normalized. But, dude, you just hear about running away so much as a kid.
Dude, all these movies, kids just run away.
So many runaway things. And you're like, okay, well, I guess that's, like, just what kids do. I guess that's what we do. And so I would always be like, when am I going to run away? Yeah, I just assumed I would at one point, and then I never did.
When's my turn?
Yeah, when do I go? I don't know. I guess we'll know when the time is right, but no. You don't run away.
Yeah.
That's the title of the podcast. Don't run away, and that's going to look worse than it sounds.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
No, I mean, I think we're saying the opposite of the vibe that gives.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. So, yeah. For sure.
The other thing, they paid Christopher Walken, who knows how much money, to be the antagonist in this movie.
It is so funny, dude.
And so he's a banker who wants to tear down Country Bear Hall.
Yeah.
Where they've, been... They can't pay their mortgage.
They had like $20,000 in debt?
Yeah. They're 6 years behind on their payments.
Yeah, 6 years. Which I have a problem with, the $20,000 number, and how small the Country Bear Hall was. Because those tickets had to have been out the wazoo expensive. Because there were not that many people in that concert.
I was doing the math. It didn't look good.
What was it? What were the numbers? My numbers came.
I mean, I don't know. I think maybe there were maybe 200 people at that concert.
Really? You think that few? I was thinking like in the range of 300 to 500.
Well, if there's 500, 20,000... Oh, that'd only be like $50 tickets. Or 500? No, it'd be 400 or $40 tickets.
Really?
Yeah. I think 40 times 5.
Okay, well, okay, so the reason I say that is because there were different shots with different amounts of people. So there were a couple of shots.
That is true.
There were a couple of shots with, like, at the very beginning of the concert with so many people.
Very inconsistent.
Tons of people.
Yeah.
But then by the time you're seeing Dexter come around and he's being like, that's not a bear, that's my brother, it looks like the crowd is very much smaller.
Yeah, so there's like 100
Because
people.
it's like church pews.
Yeah.
It's like benches. It's like picnic benches
Yeah.
as seating. And there aren't that many. You see it the whole movie. It's a very small place for like a concert.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe 200's right. So 200, what's the math there per ticket?
Do you think there's 200 people?
They needed $20,000.
$100 tickets.
$100?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought. But still, I mean,
That's still a lot.
that's for the Country Bears.
I mean,
and they only
they
played
were-
one song.
They had a few.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they played like 4 songs during that maybe.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about at the concert. Didn't they only play 1 or 2?
1 or 2, but dude, if they had made us watch their whole set,
I was in the movie to see them get back the Country Bear Hall, dude. I'm
Yeah.
in for the long haul. I'm in
That's
for the
fair.
concert, dude. I want to know what the Country Bears are all about.
that's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, $100 ticket. I mean, I've paid that.
Yeah, that's true. But I do want to circle back to this Christopher Walken fella, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's the bad guy here. Because he wants to basically, like, destroy the property because they're 6 years behind on paying for it.
Well, not even that. As a banker, yes. But why did he become the banker to do this?
Yeah,
the
but-
man
Is
was
this-
an armpit fart artist.
Yeah, who lost to the Country Bears.
And he
back
lost
in
a
the day,
talent
got
show?
really
Was it a
bitter.
talent show?
Yeah.
He lost a talent show to the Country Bears.
Yeah.
And he wanted to exact revenge? What's the
Either
word?
or.
Either
both
one.
work. But yeah, he wanted to do that, and it was like a 30-year plan. But dude, how do you know that they're not going to be able to make their payment? Like, I don't know. To me, that I had a beef with that whole deal, kind of.
I hadn't even thought about that.
Because for one, how do you know they're not? If they made their payments, that would have been a thing. That couldn't have been your 30-year plan. I don't know.
What if you had dedicated your 30-year plan to a bunch of bears not being able to pay their mortgage, and then they had a normal bear lifespan and died before you could do it?
Dude, that was. Then it's funny to me how often, like, people, like, the movies of that era, the antagonist, granted he kind of did have an ulterior motive, but the antagonist is just someone doing their job.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, you can't pay for this property anymore and you're 6 years behind. Yeah, the bank is going to have to, like, take this property from you.
Yeah. 100%. That's funny.
That's
Dude,
life.
Also, does that happen? Like, is it possible to get 6 years behind and have it not already been taken away from you?
Probably in theory, but
Okay.
I feel like the bank would probably foreclose on it or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know anything. But
Repo that
Dude.
thing.
anyway, I mean, we could probably talk about this movie for days.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, if you have not seen it, it's a must watch.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus. You already have Disney Plus. Just watch it. It's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Take a night when you're gonna watch a movie and watch
It's
that
pretty.
one.
It's enjoyable.
Oh, it's great. It's good. You're gonna love it for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Either because you actually love it, or because it's just so weird.
There's something for everyone there.
Yeah.
Dude, anyway, we need a subject change, I feel like, because it's been a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are going to listen to this and be like, oh, they just talked about this weird movie from back in the day for like a really long time.
Yeah.
So let's keep going. Another thing I wanted to talking about here, maybe you've heard of this specific one before, but you know about like Mandela effect stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, little background on that for you guys out there.
What up?
Mandela effect. So Nelson Mandela, a lot of people thought he died like way back in the 70s or 80s and thought they had a really vivid memory of hearing about his death. But he actually died like sometime in the 2000s, like not that long ago.
Yeah.
And it was weird because people very much already remembered him dying. And it's basically like it kind of supports simulation theory kind of stuff. It's just like, what up? Are we in the Matrix? What's going on, you know?
Yeah.
So that one is like a classic. That's how it started. That's why it's called the Mandela effect. One I heard while I was home.
To boil it down, you think you remember something that never actually happened, and it happens in the masses of people. That's the whole point. Is like a lot of people think something already happened, and it never happened, but everyone thinks it's this certain way.
Yeah. Millions of people remember a thing happening. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Or didn't exist.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. So, when you think of the Fruit of the Loom logo, does it have a cornucopia?
No, I remember like grapes, bananas, maybe an apple.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't remember it having a cornucopia?
The only thing I'm sure of is that it has grapes.
It does have grapes. It does not have a cornucopia. And
do people think it has a cornucopia?
I have always thought it did. And while I was home, my sister and I were talking about Mandela effect stuff, and she was like, yeah, like the Fruit of the Loom logo, everyone thinks it has a cornucopia, and or like at one point it had a cornucopia, and it never has.
What?
And I was like, yes, it did.
That's weird.
Dude, yes, it did.
I haven't heard about that one.
That one messed me up the worst because I've never like fallen victim to one so heavily until now.
Dang.
Because I like the Fruit of the Loom logo always had a cornucopia.
You could like draw it right now from memory with the cornucopia, and it would have a cornucopia.
What?
If someone were to say to you before you even learned about this, draw the Fruit of the Loom logo, you would draw it with a cornucopia.
Yeah.
And it would look like, I mean, it was from your memory. That's how it looked.
Yeah. Well, dude, there's like a picture of it. Like, they have a picture of what people thought it was, even though it never existed. Where's my... Hold up.
I'll say, like, I could see where the grapes could be misconstrued in like when that memory becomes distant, when you haven't thought about the Fruit of the Loom logo in a while, you think that the grapes are a cornucopia, maybe.
Well, no. Okay, so on the left is what people thought it was. On the right, it is like what it was.
I did think it had a cornucopia.
You did?
Now that I'm seeing that, the cornucopia... Wait! Hang on, show that again. I totally thought it had a cornucopia.
You did?
Yeah. 100%. That left image looks like what I thought of. Or not even what I thought of. That just looks like... I don't know.
Yeah.
What?
But how... And to me, it's not... Like, that's the most random... Why would you see a cluster of fruit and be like, yeah, the only thing missing there is a cornucopia, and then your mind creates that? Maybe like 5 people would think that. But like, so many people. I don't know if millions on that, but like thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands, dare I say, definitely thought that the Fruit of the Loom logo had a cornucopia. And to me, I think I did think they did make a logo change at some point and got rid of it, and it was different now. So I don't know if I currently thought the current one had one. Definitely thought the old one had one. But at no point did it ever have that.
no point had ever had one.
No, but everyone remembers that logo that was on the left. Not everyone. A lot of people is the point.
Okay, dude, I'm serious. Like, now that you've showed me them side by side, if I were to choose it, I would have said it had a cornucopia.
Yeah.
Like, that looks familiar to me.
Yeah.
It looks like what I've seen all my life. The one on the right without the cornucopia, I'll put it up on the screen for everybody to see.
Yeah.
The one on the right does not look like what I remember.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That one messed me up.
That is so random also, though. Like you said, like, why the Fruit of the Loom?
Yeah.
Why would that be the Mandela effect? Why would our simulation people want to confuse us about a Fruit of the Loom logo?
It's just a glitch, dude. But, like, okay. Because the Mandela one and, like, some other ones, I'm like, okay. Because there's, like, a few where, like, someone didn't die as soon as, like, as early as people thought they did or something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an easy mistake. Just being like, oh, that guy was old. I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
But, like, and maybe you have a more clear memory of him dying, which is kind of the Mandela thing. But, or, like, there's the Berenstein Bears one.
Yeah.
If you're, do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah. How it's, like, actually spelled, like, Berenstain instead of Berenstein.
Yeah.
But, like, that makes sense to me because we were all kids. We were never, like, looking at it written out.
Yeah, who knows how to spell anything?
So we just never saw it spelled out.
Yeah.
And so we just thought it was spelled how it sounded. And then years later, we actually saw the spelling and we're like, never mind.
Yeah.
But I guess that's kind of a Mandela effect thing. But so many, I'm like, okay, I see how this could get messed up.
Yeah.
But, dude.
The Fruit of the Loom?
The Fruit of the Loom thing, I'm like, how are we all creating a cornucopia?
And also, how did someone draw the exact logo that everyone remembers?
Yeah.
Because that is exactly what I remember.
Exactly, dude.
And I guarantee you, someone out there who's watching, when I put that thing on the screen, they're going to be like, I remember the cornucopia logo, not the cornucopia less logo.
Yeah.
The frick is that?
Scary.
It is scary.
That one, I wasn't great a few days ago.
I'm kind of fricked now.
I learned that for the first time.
In the brain.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I guess I'm getting about tuckered out here, dude.
Yeah, it's getting a little late.
About ready to catch the old snoozers.
Yeah. Well, dude, if you've listened this far, as always, or watched, if you've watched this far, how about that?
Dude, that's nuts.
If you have engaged with us this far, whoa, I hit my head.
Yeah, I heard that.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, dude. If you enjoyed, give us a share. Share it with your friends. Now that we got a video, maybe they'll watch. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe they want to see our beautiful, handsome faces. Tim cleaned up his mustache right before this. I have a mustache, a little bit of stubble. We got stashes. People want to see the stash, dude. What do we look like? We're wearing Snuggies? Y'all thought we were kidding about wearing Snuggies? We wear Snuggies every time.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is it. This is what we look like.
This is it.
I don't know. Anyway, as always, thank you.
Yeah, dude, thank you. And
hope you enjoyed.
Sorry, we totally forgot to put a question thing out this week.
Yeah.
Forgot to mention that earlier, so...
We're kind of out of the groove, but we'll get in next week.
Yeah, next week we'll have questions. It'll be good. We'll you know, get to hear from you folks a little bit. So that'll be sick.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, for this week, I think that's about all we got. So, you know, share with a friend, as we said before. Say what up. We're, you know, we'd like to take Summer Boys to the moon.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens, you know? I mean, God's plan.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.